until you can trip over, get that, come back down and grab the wrist, over, sit back.
So what I'm going to do is just form my triangle, but when I do, I want to make sure when I do have the triangle, I do shuck him here and there, thing here, I want to get sideways. I want to make sure that I'm at an angle, kind of like an L shape under him. Because you'll see why in a minute, because this way I'll be able to whip him over and get the arm lock. I'm going to have Derek do it. But when you're setting him up, when you're working on, keeping that arm in, swing that under, quickly, as soon as you swing that leg over the head and you got him trapped, press it down and try to turn into him. See how I use my feet to turn into him? And also I grab here a little bit. But even grab under his arm like Pennington does, like that. But now I'm in position to get here, and I can start forming the triangle, and I can shove him over and finish. And I'll have Derek demo here as well. So you can do that, Derek. And go ahead and cover the basics of how to get that arm down. Make sure they get all that right.
Okay, so in general, we want to fold him in this way instead of trying to shove him back that way. Because again, you can see how that's running into my own leg, and it's easier for him to collapse back. I've got a V right there, so I want to push him in that way and step over. And as soon as you step over, you close that heel down. Okay? Generally, we say grab the shin and then rotate through. If you can't rotate and underhook the leg, we're going to underhook the arm. Okay, we're going to catch a hold of it, right? And then as we step down to roll him over, we're going to lift the underhook. Boom. You're here like this. You can sit back with the arm, or you can collect that way.
Let's go ahead and show them the jiu-jitsu style.
Okay, so again.
See that? What's good about this thing, you're not just staying straight on with him trying to catch a triangle from him. You're working an angle, and you're making yourself, you're not really making your legs longer, but you're positioning yourself so that you can actually use more of your legs to strangle him and control his neck and arm and shoulder. And then while you're doing that, it leads directly to this nice straight arm lock.
As soon as we're through here.
See, can everybody see how he's turned this way? And look, he's already starting to trap things here, okay? All right, now watch.
Okay, so if I know I'm going for the juji, I'm going to let go of the shin and hug his wrist. If you need to, you can grab your lapel, and that locks it in. Elbow down, grab the lapel, use this and your feet to flip them over. As he collapses over, you can sit back. And you got.
See how you collapse them on the side? That's really a key element in this because it works a lot quicker.
You can get this from here.
Yeah.
Okay. It's doable, but the problem is I have to really bridge super hard to get it. It's so much easier if he's over here like that. You can see how much quicker the tap is.
I think that's a key thing. It is a lot more efficient.
Yeah.
It really is more efficient than just trying to arch. And it's less strength, actually. It's less strength.
Okay, so again, push, step over, collect and hold until you can trip over, get that, come back down and grab the wrist, over, sit back.
Can you show the one like Mike does where it hooks under the arm? Sure. Show that because you mentioned that. Here's another way to get him collapsed over, guys.
So the important part really is underhooking something, okay? If he's got his hips back so that I can't underhook his leg, or he's super tall, fine. Underhook his arm. And it still gets me sideways and gives me a hold of something. Okay? Now I can use that to push him over. Sit back.
And the reason he's hooking under the leg or the arm is so he can get sideways. There's kind of an L formation here. One more time and organize. But you can see how he's kind of perpendicular, Derek is to Eric on the top there.
So one of the things to remember is if I'm straight up like this is my choking surface right there. It's a fairly big triangle. If I underhook something and I turn sideways, look how I basically cut it in half. So that's what I'm choking somebody with their neck and their arm in. And unless they're like 98 pounds, that's going to be enough to really squeeze the Jesus out of them. So Okay?